I'll agree to your plan, but I need you to do something for me in return.
What do you say? Come to DC?
So please give it back to me.
I think I won't make a scene for my daughter. You are sadly mistaken.
Emma is off limits.
You've got to give the writers some credit. They really outdid themselves by closing out 2024 with Sunny having a heart attack. Classic soap opera move, right? It takes me straight back to the good old days of Dallas and Dynasty, where the season final was always a cliffhanger, and you spent the entire summer biting your nails, wondering who would survive, who would betray who, and who would end up in a coma. Now, here's the big question: who's going to find Sunny and play hero? Can't wait to see how that one unfolds. But then again, the writers still haven't learned. Why is Drew still a thing? I can't stand the thought of Willow developing feelings for him. The guy is a total blank slate. No personality, no charm, and let's be real, he's no looker either. And didn't Jason play a huge role in the rescue mission and almost end up 6 feet under? What about Valentine, who nearly died? So why is Drew suddenly the golden boy everyone's worshipping? It's beyond me. Honestly, if Drew wants to take Willow to DC and ride off into the sunset with her, they can go. Maybe they'll never be seen again. And honestly, that would be a win for everyone involved. But let's talk about Willow for a second. What a mess. She's seriously jeopardizing everything. Her marriage? Yeah, she's acting like it means nothing. And listening to Nina? Huge mistake. She's letting Drew and Nina twist her mind, blaming Michael for everything, despite all he's done for her. And Drew? Oh, he's only a hero in her eyes because he saved Liesel. Newsflash, Willow, he wasn't the only one who helped Liesel. Laura, Curtis, and Valentine were there too, but I guess that doesn't matter to her. This whole Drew and Willow storyline is honestly one of the most disgusting things the soap has ever done. I mean, seriously, there was absolutely no reason to take this path. Drew's character has been completely destroyed, and it's a slap in the face to Billy Miller's legacy. Now, I can't wait for Willow to discover the real secret: Drew and Nina sleeping together. Once Ava finds out and no longer has money to lose, she might blackmail them both to keep it quiet. Meanwhile, Michael should take custody of the kids and leave town, taking Sasha with him. Let Willow be left holding the bag all alone. She seriously needs to stop listening to Nina and Drew and start focusing on what's important: her marriage and her family. But hey, I'm sure we're all in for some more twists that make absolutely no sense. Just what we all need. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Nothing quite like seeing Ava desperately begging at Alexis' feet. I really hope Alexis doesn't cave in and just lets Ava keep whatever she's after. She totally deserves it. Honestly, these writers think we're all supposed to buy into whatever they throw at us. Sure, it's just a soap opera, but Ava's had that money for years. The divorce was settled. You can't just waltz into someone's bank account and take their money without a court case proving it's not hers to give. And let's talk about the details. Exactly which entity swooped in, took the cash, and handed it over to Ace? Why hasn't Alexis, a lawyer by the way, even raised an eyebrow? Oh, and she's got her own money in that account too. How does all of it just disappear? Then there's Willow. She's playing the innocent card while she's out here hopping from guy to guy. She cheats on Chase with Michael, then cheats on Michael with Drew. Classic poor little me act, right? But here she is, switching from one guy to the next with zero consequences. And please, Willow, 1 minute you're all about Michael, apologizing and wanting to save your marriage. Then next thing we know, you're madly in love with Drew. How original. It's almost too funny. Though, I do feel bad for Michael. I was hoping for a nice, dramatic custody battle with him coming out on top. But now we'll never get that satisfying showdown with Drew. What a waste. And let's not forget, Willow's all about breaking vows. She promised Michael she'd be with him forever, But now that she's got a new crush, who cares, right? She'll probably do the same thing to Drew too, because why not? She's got no loyalty. Honestly, I can't stand her anymore. Oh, and sure, Willow, go ahead and head to DC. Just leave your kids behind. I'm sure they'll be just fine without you. Michael's probably packing up, ready to take the kids and leave her behind too. Now, the recast of Lulu? I'm so here for that. I just can't stand her character. She's so entitled, demanding, and totally clueless about how selfish she is. Charlotte tells her she wants to stay with Papa, but Lulu can't handle that. Nope, she's still pushing to drag Charlotte back to Port Charles, even though that place is a huge trigger for her. Who does that? And finally, it looks like they're really trying to make Carly Brennan's kryptonite, huh? She's been so utterly naive when it comes to him, but I can't wait to see the look on her face when she finally realizes exactly what he's been up to. It's going to be priceless. Willow doesn't seem all that bothered by her marriage troubles. In fact, she's practically grinning like a Cheshire cat at creepy Drew. Honestly, I'm hoping Drew loses his position in DC. Maybe that'll finally wipe that smug grin off his face. He's honestly repulsive. As for Michael and Willow's custody battle, it's about to get downright messy. There's that tape floating around, and if Martin discovers that Sasha's pregnant with Michael's kid, oh baby, the drama will be off the charts. You know, the writers really missed an opportunity. They should have made Luke Sasha's father with Holly. Can you imagine the comedy if Tracy was her stepmonster, and then she and Cody could end up together? Plus, Sasha shouldn't be pregnant with Michael's child after everything. After losing Liam, she deserves a pregnancy with someone she actually loves, like Cody, not a secret baby she has to hide. Honestly, Sasha was fine with having a baby with Brando, who worked for Sonny, but now she wants to cut Michael out? It doesn't add up. I'm also not looking forward to the Drew or Willow relationship getting solidified right before Drew and Nina's mess gets shoved into Willow's gullible face. I just hope Michael's the one who uncovers it all, and Carly's right there to witness the whole thing. I can already picture Nina and Willow's reactions. Anna really crossed a line. Brennan isn't after Emma, so Anna's just getting paranoid at this point. I've been saying this from the beginning. Charlotte is not Valentine's daughter. She's the result of Lulu and Dante's presumably destroyed embryo. Valentine knows it, but Charlotte doesn't. I'm sticking with that theory. And speaking of theories, does anyone know where I can find older General Hospital episodes from the 90s up until 2013 that feature Vanessa Marcel? I've been trying to watch her storylines, but no luck. Streaming services like Hulu and YouTube only offer the current stuff, and the DVDs are ridiculously expensive. Any help or advice would be much appreciated. As for Charlotte, she should be allowed to make her own decisions, especially when it comes to seeing her mother. Fans seem to be conveniently forgetting that Anna, Valentine, and Brennan used to work at the WSB together. Anna knows exactly why she doesn't trust him, because, as she pointed out, she's seen firsthand how he and the WSB ruin lives to get what they want. You know, like trying to kidnap Carly or messing with Sonny's medication. Classic WSB moves. And seriously, Willow, what's going on in that head of yours? You supposedly want to save your marriage, but you're not using your brain. Are you even trying to think, or is that just too much effort? Then there's Anna, with her brilliant plan to handcuff Brennan to a chair, except it's not bolted to the floor. Oh sure, that'll definitely keep him in check. Anna must be ready for a one-way ticket to jail. She's been crossing lines for a while now. Never blamed her for what happened with Charlotte, but since then, yeah, she's been skirting the law like a pro WSB agent. More like mob enforcer at this point. And just when you think things can't get worse, here come Sasha and Michael, proving just how devious they can be. Michael knows all about the baby. Drew convinces Willow to attend his swearing-in with Wiley. Anna has a chat with Brennan about Emma, and Alexis tries, and fails, to get her way with Ava. Oh, and then there's Sunny. Isaiah tells him his heart is a ticking time bomb, so now we wait to see how the writers are going to use that. Will Sunny stick around, or is his exit coming sooner than we think? But here's the kicker. Willow's taking Wiley to Washington to meet up with her lover, Drew. And yet, somehow, she still thinks Michael's the bad guy. Oh, the irony. Willow's so eager and desperate to be with that creep, Drew, that it's almost sad. Meanwhile, Sasha casually drops the bomb that she's pregnant. Well, isn't that just the cherry on top? Where do we even start? First off, Drew Quartermain might seem like a total jerk right now, but don't worry, he's totally redeemable. Just ask Tad Martin, or wait, is it Martin Gray now? I'm sure he'll vouch for Drew's future redemption arc. And seriously, people, Sunny is not dying. Can we please stop with the dramatic panic? Geez, it's like everyone forgets how to watch a soap opera with any semblance of patience. As for Elizabeth, her big get-out-of-jail-free card will come when another character definitely bites the dust. Just not Sunny, okay? Now, let's talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For those of you obsessing over Lucky's hair like it's the biggest scandal since the Who Shot JR days, take a breather. Keith Urban has the same haircut, and for some reason, people love him. So let's dial down the judgment on Lucky's follicles, shall we? And just in case anyone's still confused, GH never airs on New Year's Day. Why? Because college football always has that prime spot. So maybe, just maybe, you could take a break from your TV for one day out of the year. It won't hurt, promise. Also, let's have a little bit of empathy for those who lost loved ones in the New Orleans tragedy, because, newsflash, life happens. Oh, and before I forget, did anyone else miss the memo about Sunny's heart problems? Because I sure don't remember that part. But hey, maybe someone's secretly slipping him some Digitalis. Wouldn't that be an interesting twist? It seems like the core of New Lucas's storyline revolves around him grappling with the loss of Wiley, but here's the thing. It feels a bit late in the game to be revisiting this. This emotional beat would have hit a lot harder right after the big reveal that Michael was Wiley's father. Instead, after that bombshell dropped, Ryan Karn's version of Lucas was shoved into the background, showing up sporadically, and we mostly heard about his feelings off-screen. Now, years later, it feels odd to resurrect all of this when Lucas seems to have moved on. Personally, I think they're setting Lucas up to want Wiley back, but only once Michael is no longer in the picture and Willow's the one raising him. But honestly, it feels too late for that kind of arc. By now, Lucas has accepted his decision to step back, knowing Wiley would be healthy, happy, and safe with Michael. He left, which gave him the space to move on. Seeing Wiley again probably brought up more emotions than Lucas expected, but he saw the loving family around him and was reminded that he made the right call. Unfortunately, all of this is just reopening old wounds of grief and loss. I really don't want to see a drawn-out showdown between Lucas and Willow, but if Lucas continues to put Willow in her place, I'm all for it. Is Drew the most despised male character since Peter August? Has anyone else come close since then? Honestly, I think so, which is wild, right? I used to love Drew when Billy Miller played him. Never quite warmed up to CM in the role though. Now, I'm just hoping Cyrus pays him a visit and puts an end to his storyline for good. And don't even get me started on CM's comment about him and Willow being the next super couple. Whoa, buddy, you've really got to be living in a fantasy world to believe that. Here's the thing, Drew hasn't exactly committed any major crimes. He hasn't murdered anyone, poisoned anyone, or had an evil twin, yet. But he's definitely been a total jerk, creepy, manipulative, and just plain unpleasant. That said, I can't help but feel like it's more about the actor and the portrayal than anything Drew's actually done. Funny, because I remember thinking he was super hot back in All My Children days, but now, not so much. Lol. The real issue, though, is that Drew hasn't really interacted with anyone outside of Michael, Willow, Nina, and Curtis. And those are the people he's screwed over, either literally or figuratively. Missing from that list, Scout, his daughter, the one who was supposed to be his anchor when he was imprisoned, the one who's apparently his entire emotional world. But we never see her with him, which makes Drew feel one-dimensional. If we saw more of him with Scout, maybe we believe he's a loving father, and maybe that would make us like him more. But nope. Instead, he's just caught up in drama with the people he's wronged. Look at Adam Chandler. He was basically Drew's counterpart on All My Children. He pulled just as much shady stuff, but AMC was smart enough to give him moments that showed a more human side, where he wasn't always the villain. Remember when Adam gaslit Dixie? He wasn't simultaneously trying to have Stuart sent to a care home or stealing his money at the same time. Drew could use a little of that balance. Well, it looks like Valentine and Sunny managed to dodge a bullet for now. But will Dante and his wannabe Nancy Drew sidekick, Lulu, finally catch up with Valentine and Charlotte, who narrowly escaped the literal and figurative bullet that was aimed directly at them? And what about Sunny? Will he actually listen to Dr. Gannon's advice and see a cardiologist after escaping a potential cardiac arrest, thanks to the good doctor? Or will he just keep pretending everything's fine until the next crisis hits? Meanwhile, Sasha finally opens up to Michael about her pregnancy. The big question, will Michael step up, or will he leave Sasha to raise the baby all on her own? Then there's Drew. Seriously, this guy has some nerve. He's responsible for wrecking a whole family, and now, out of nowhere, he's asking Willow to go with him to DC. This storyline keeps getting more messed up with every twist. And honestly, I'm starting to think Emma's not just some innocent kid. What if she's secretly working for the WSB? She's not some good girl turned bad. Maybe she's following in her grandmother's footsteps. Just saying. As for Sunny, he's got a target on his back. Cyrus is gunning for him with Digitalis. The guy can't catch a break. I mean, they've upped security, checked the footage, and yet, it's hard to imagine a happy ending for Sunny. At this point, it needs to be epic, but I'm not sure the writers can pull it off. I never thought they'd actually go through with Willow and Drew. They've basically ruined Drew's character. I'm just hoping they go to DC, and we never have to deal with them again. Especially if Michael's leaving. Maybe he and Sasha will take off too. And Sunny? He's ignoring the warning signs of a heart attack. Let's just hope someone walks in soon to call for help, because it's looking like this could be the perfect setup for Cyrus to finally take Sunny down once and for all. I doubt Cyrus can resist the temptation to finish what he started. Honestly though, is this a sign that Morris is getting ready to retire? Is that what's really going on here? Lulu is absolutely out of control. It has nothing to do with the actresses. I adore them. But Lulu herself, she's a whole other story. The woman is so self-absorbed and dramatic. She treats her daughter like she's the only kid on the planet. And let's not forget, she just had major surgery. Seriously, there's no way she's going to be out there running around. This is the same woman who was barely hanging on to life not long ago. Yet here she is, acting like she's going to save the day. It's almost impressive how far off the mark she's gotten. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.